the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the SoDo district of Seattle. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the New York Jets and the Seattle Seahawks. NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Ready. Ready.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Woodard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Seahawks at 3-7 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings them 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
Well, the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
On first down, right back to Hall. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll set up a throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game? Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. Woodard, no gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here we go.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Red, yellow. Red, green.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession.
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. But there are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it. And this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
Second and 9 now. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Ashton Doolin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken at the goal line.
The Seahawks take over Express Standard 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Come on, stay.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss of... And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections, and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there. How about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
25
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Seven, our score after 1. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Ball again on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They're going to try and throw. And this one complete to Doolin. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A throw on the money there to Doolin. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a 2nd one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
They'll run with Hall. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
Looking to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jermaine Johnson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they have things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital. Extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500.
He's got a man, complete. Trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 58 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Hall. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Johnson, an 11-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Hut, hut.
They'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Wood. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Green back.
Now back to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Second and 6. He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big pickup of 38. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
When they went into the tunnel with a lead, they come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On the counter, it's Hall. They find some open field here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Up the middle they go. Woodard, and some room to work. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's caught by Brown. And he is going to lose yardage here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
2nd and 11. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They'll run with Hall. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. 85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll go again with Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this 3rd quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Deliver and accept it. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago and threw the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they're going to get this up to midfield. A give running right is Hall. He'll take this to the 46. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Hall again on 2nd down. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll set up to throw. And this one too low.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tommy Trimble, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Jets look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fields it right around the goal line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
They'll try to run with Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 2nd down now. Woodard, and a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jermaine Johnson able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Paul ought to give up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Here we go on 2nd and 12. His throw incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll set up a throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Ready up.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. Steps away. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On 3rd down, Woodard. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
He'll look to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Looking to throw. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. 2nd and 3. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that will be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the...
And my goodness, another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jetsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Ready. 70 range. 70 range. Hey, smash.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one is an understandable.